Welcome everyone. It's Tuesday, November 10th, and this is our Open Service Mesh community meeting. Let me see. So we got a couple of items here on the agenda. I have two of the first ones here. So let me just, these are kind of just two announcements. So let me just go ahead and make that. So just be aware, so we do have our doc site that's going to be coming live soon. So a lot of the walkthroughs that are on the markdowns on the actual repo, those will actually transition over to our doc site, which will be a website, static website. So we're trying to be cool like everyone else, and those will be easier to consume and provide feedback for. So that's step one. Excuse me. And second is, and I see Mudit Singh is online. So Mudit has brought to our attention about our governance documentation for collaboration, and looks like we need to just clean up some of the parity with other CNCF projects, since we are a sandbox project, and just let everyone know we are under the CNCF governance. So I will be resolving all of the documents so that they are in sync with the rest of the other CNCF projects.
Yeah, in terms of that, by the way, I did reach out to CNCF because, strangely enough, that wasn't on their quite extensive checklist. So it probably should be. So always bug fixing.
Yeah.
Always mention that stuff when you see it, because then we can get it added to checklists and other people won't trip over it.
Absolutely, and we don't want any ambiguity with people who are contributing. So we want them to make sure they understand everything that's involved. So thank you again. So that's it from me, and we have Michelle who has just joined us. So Michelle, you are up to speak about your items for the agenda.
Hey, thanks, Phil.
Yep.
I just wanted to give a quick overview of the roadmap and milestone. Basically, we have prioritized production readiness and hardening and testing and stability for the rest of the year. So November and December is going to be along those lines. We just released a release candidate for V0.5.0. So there is a RC1 out there. We haven't had any issues raised on it. So we're going to go ahead and cut a V0.5.0 release in the next, maybe today or tomorrow. So it should be available in the next few days. Again, we want to release approximately monthly. The next milestone, the one that we're working on currently actually, is called V0.6.0, and that's in progress. I'll go ahead and put a link to that milestone in the Google Docs so people can know where to go to see what the core team is prioritizing. Something that we did talk about recently is, how do we get everybody involved who is wanting to use OSM or is using OSM? So basically, before every release, a few weeks before every release, we'll open a planning issue, a GitHub issue called milestone, insert number, planning. And there's one for the next milestone. It's called milestone V0.7.0 planning. So essentially, if you are a community member or you're using OSM and you want to make sure your voice is heard and say you can't make it to this meeting or something, you're welcome to throw in a comment on that milestone planning GitHub issue to basically voice your opinion on what things the core team and the community should prioritize in the coming milestone. You're, of course, welcome to work on any issue that is available, but the milestone just basically helps us chunk out work that aligns with basically our theme for whatever period we're working on. So right now, for example, that's production readiness, hardening, stability, and testing. So, and we're going to make sure also, we're still working on implementing all of the latest versions of SMI resources. So you'll see those kinds of issues in the milestones. So yeah, if you have something for V0.7.0, throw it in the GitHub issue. That's also linked. V0.6.0, the current milestone, will be completed or is slated to be completed on November 30th. So we'll probably release that the first week of December. We will always cut a release candidate, so anybody who's using the project can test. We don't make backwards compatibility guarantees. We're still a pretty early project, so we're not 1.0. Things are going to break, so just keep that in mind. But you can use the RC to kind of test out what might break before you actually do an upgrade. So that's the guarantee, the good thing there. And then I think that might be it. Yeah, that's it for me. The only other like kind of random thing I have is John has been doing a great job of like keeping up with or figuring out how to implement SMI metrics and OSM. He's built out the whole WASM piece that you need to actually extend Envoy to cut the kind of metrics we need. So that's all in play there, and it's we're kind of waiting for the next version of Envoy to be released so that we can actually merge those changes in to our project using the capabilities in like the latest version of Envoy. So so basically what that does is it helps us get the end-to-end bit done for actually implementing SMI metrics. So for folks who aren't aware, SMI metrics is basically you can hit a certain API and get back a particular response, particular type of metrics. And we have that. So now we kind of need to understand how folks want to view their metrics. So if you are interested and have opinions on what kinds of metrics you want to see, what kind of CLI commands you want to have, what kind of dashboards you want to see, this is a really good time to open up issues or comment on metrics related issues in the GitHub issue queue for OSM. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Thank you, Michelle. I think that is actually it from our list. So with that said, if there's anything else anyone wants to comment on, feel free to.
Yeah, by all means.
Yeah. And
Mudit or
welcome,
John, if you have
Mudit.
something you want to tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello everyone. So I just want to know about that CLA thing. So that is already covered, I think. So earlier I was working with Istio. So in that there was some issue with corporate CLA, and also now I'm starting. My company, my employer is starting to contribute in this OSM. So I don't want that to happen again. So the CLA stuff, I want to clear it out first. So did that thing.
Yep. Yep. So again, thank you for bringing that to our attention. It's in our current milestone, and I'm, excuse me, I'm going to look to get that actually resolved this week. So that's actually a simple fix for us. But yeah, we'll get on that.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah. No problem. All right. If that is it for the agenda, then we'll see everyone back in 2 weeks. That will be, well, actually, let's talk about that. So in 2 weeks, that's actually a holiday for us here at Microsoft. So
I think we're actually, I think we're scheduled for December 8th. Yeah, I'm just looking at the calendar. I think we're just on once a month right now. So.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought we was on that 2-week cadence. Okay. So in that case, we'll see you in about a month on December 8th. And again, if you have any agenda items that you want to speak about, please feel free to add those to the doc, as well as if you want to actually moderate or take notes and participate, feel free to drop your name in the slot as well. And with that, if there's nothing else to chat about or any other discussions, we'll go ahead and end a little bit early today, if that's okay.
Awesome. Love short meetings. Thanks, everyone.
That works.
Thank you.
Okay. See you in a month,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.